Sadke. We're pleased to be back again today with joining us now is Greg Jarboe of SEO PR, co-founder of SEO PR, well-known PR firm in the search marketing field. Thanks for taking time to be with us.
Thank you, Brett.
So let's jump into it. What's hot in PR these days related to SEO?
Well, the biggest change to hit public relations and SEO is the advent of universal search. Mm-hmm. It was important before to get found in Yahoo News and Google News and AOL News, but now all of a sudden, depending on the nature of the story, particularly if it's a hot one, it gets pulled right over and can rank very high in Google. And we've seen that with a variety of companies, we've seen that with a variety of products, and we're beginning to see that even with a variety of what we'll call business celebrities. So we saw top of the fold images and news coverage around the iPod launch. We saw top of the fold images and news coverage around Rupert Murdoch and the Wall Street Journal. We've seen it with a number of companies who have gone through that whipsaw season in the stock market. Anybody who announced a funny quarter back in August, suddenly the news was there, and they weren't just having a funny quarter over on Google News. Suddenly that same kind of thing was top of the fold in the news results. And if you scroll down, and some people do, what you were beginning to find was blog results at the bottom of a Google News result, video from YouTube and MetaCafe and other places, and also image results. And if you want to, I'm not sure if this will still work today, but it was certainly working very well in August. If you do a search for Hillary Clinton, you'll find generally news results at the top of the page. You'll find YouTube result in the middle of the page. You'll find image results and blog results at the bottom of the page. And I'll tell you what, those photos are not flattering.
What can we do as site owners and webmasters? What do we need to adjust? Obviously, we can't just play organic anymore. You got to play organic, you got to play images, you got to play video, you got to be in the blogs, podcasting. Here we are with videos on the sites everywhere. Is that the nature of the future?
Well, yes, and unfortunately the future arrived before a lot of us were ready for it, but there it is. And the era of the 10 blue links is over. And so if all you're doing is optimizing pages, that's nice, and it may still be 5 or 6 out of the 10 results that are on the results page. But increasingly, if you haven't optimized your images, that's the first place to start. If you haven't created some video and put it on either YouTube or MetaCafe, that's the next thing you need to do. And interestingly enough for news, even if you have been optimizing your press releases, it's even more important now to include an image with your news, because a lot of times what's really making that news stand out in that news result is not just that a blue link came over saying news results here, it's there's an image and the latest news results. And I'll tell you what, even if it comes up number 4 in the results, you look at 3 blue links and suddenly this image and there's the headline and it catches your eye. And Gord Hotchkiss has just done some new eye tracking research. And basically what his latest eye tracking research shows is that the eye now starts just to the sort of upper right of the photo, and then maybe they'll navigate up, maybe they'll navigate down, but the first thing they look at is that headline next to that image. And so suddenly news is the hot spot on the page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually talked to Gord earlier in the week about the eye tracking study that's coming out.
It is really good. I tell you what, every chance I get at any industry conference, if I'm not speaking against him, which is always a challenge, I sneak into his sessions because he's one step ahead of a lot of us in the industry in his research.
Mm-hmm. Social marketing or social media optimization really came about this last 6 to 9 months. We'd been hearing it around the fringes before that, but with the advent, the explosion of Facebook in the last year, and Dig and the Dig clones and the Technorati's has really put it on the forefront as a plausible alternative to search engine traffic in some ways.
It is and it isn't. Let's put it this way. I think that social media is here to stay, and I think it's a force to be reckoned with, and people should be coming up with a strategy for it, but it has to be a different strategy. It's less about keywords. It is even less about what we'll call news and information. It's actually more about entertainment. And if you actually look at what gets dug on Dig, it's the offbeat. Now, offbeat can generate a lot of traffic, but what you need to do is put yourself in what I call a link bait mode and say, okay, for this story, I'm looking to be a little off center. In fact, even you've mastered this. It's not just the 5 best speaking tips for, PubCon. It's, when hungover. And, that's absolutely the right strategy. So you put yourself in a slightly different mindset and it can work. But if you come at it the same old way, more often than not, it may backfire on you. I really think that if an SEO or a webmaster wants to get their head around where is this all headed, and because I can't just be in React mode, my best advice is go to Ask3D. Look what they're doing. And all of a sudden you've got a section over here for images, you've got a section over here for shopping results, et cetera, et cetera. And again, the days of I've optimized my web pages, I'm done, are like, yeah, that was nice. And I remember Alta Vista. It was a search engine once too, so it's time for all of us to basically go back and understand that we now need to do more than one thing. Now, the hard part of all of that is a lot of us have developed skill sets or built departments or built agencies around a core set of skills, and all of a sudden now, you need someone who knows video, and it's like they may not already be in-house. And so one of the things that we see right now is a sort of a scramble to try to pull in the people who have those specialties. And whether you're putting together a SWAT team or a group of folks, you have to sort of tackle this because not every individual SEO has all those multiple skill sets.
Right. Well, I hate to say it, but we're just about out of time. Can we have you back again sometime?
Be happy to.
We're going to see you down in Vegas in
December.
So.
Vegas? Of course.
Thanks for being with us, Greg. Appreciate you taking time.